Thinking Out Loud, celebrities have influencer envy.
Ooh. Hello from Detroit. I am Brad.
I'm Joel.
And we are excited to talk a little bit with you today about celebrities and influencers. So a lot of stuff happening around the world. Comedians, celebrities, actors, actresses, reality TV stars. How do they all come together? One of the interesting things that we have seen is that celebrities are trying to become influencers these days. So let's start with a definition.
All right, let's get our definitions down.
What is the difference between a celebrity and an influencer?
So the way that we've always defined it is that what separates celebrities and influencers apart, both are very well known, both have broad audiences. What makes an influencer is they have built their own following themselves by virtue of their own social media platforms, including YouTube in this case. And the most important defining characteristic of what separates them is access. An audience has access to an influencer. Audiences do not have access to celebrity. However, that's what we're talking about. That's starting to change.
Right. Yeah. So we'll get into the influencer piece, in a minute. But I want to start with the celebrities. So, has the world of celebrities changed at all? Are they less powerful? Are they more powerful? Is there anything that's changed in the celebrity world that's driving them a little bit towards influencers?
This is the question. Like, why? And here's what's informing our thinking. One is that you have. Cam Newton has his own YouTube channel now. Cam Newton, everybody knows who Cam Newton is. Like, Cam, you don't need more notoriety, and yet here he is launching his own YouTube channel. It's good.
And the man is stylish. Let's just put it out there. The man has style.
The man puts a lot of men to shame for a variety of reasons. So why is it that Cam Newton feels that he needs a YouTube channel? Jack Black has his gaming channel, Jablinski, wildly popular right out of the gate, which makes sense because it's Jack Black. But again, this is one of the most well-known comedians of the last 20 years. Why does Jack Black need a YouTube channel? So what's going on here? Why is it that we're starting to see celebrities? You have, Will Smith now has his own channel. Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are incredibly active on Insta. Why is it that these celebrities feel the need to start building out their own direct access to their audience that's not through the medium of movies or not through not mediated by the Hollywood tabloid world?
Yeah, it's fascinating, right? I think one of the things that seems to be happening to me is that just the world of celebrity is getting watered down. There's so many different ways that you can become a celebrity now that if you really want to try to stand out, you've got to be relevant across a lot of channels. I mean, in the olden days, there was movies and then it became movies and TV. If you wanted to be a star. And now, we live in this omni-channel world where there's so many different ways that you can stand out. And I think if you want to stand out, you've got to be popular across multiple dimensions. So I think there is a little bit of watering down. And then is there anything going on where have influencers reached a tipping point where they're more attractive? Like, what is it about the influencer that people are drawn to now?
Well, here's kind of stage one of celebrities getting super active on social media was, I think, to be able to demonstrate that they have a built-in following, which was going to be attractive to casting directors, which was going to flow directly to the bottom line for the movie that they're in. They're super hot right now. Here's the evidence for it. Super active social channels. And now I'm wondering if celebrities are looking around the landscape and they're saying, I need to have more access, and frankly, my audience needs to have more access to me than it does right now. And that dividing wall between my celebrity and the great unwashed, that cannot exist anymore. We have to grant access if we're going to continue to be relevant. Because surely they see the rise of just to take one example, somebody like Ninja that came out of nowhere to become the third most recognized athlete in the country, which is still absolutely
the world
nuts.
was behind Ronaldo and LeBron. insane.
Which is absolutely insane. And so, like, that had to have been a sea change in the thinking of so many celebrities saying, it is not sufficient for me to be in blockbuster movies anymore. I have to engage this world. And frankly, that's being completely driven by changing media consumption habits.
It has, yeah.
And it's like, and then, you know, going back to the thing that they do, how much does it matter not just to be appeal to the casting director, but how much does it appeal to the audience, right? I remember I read an interview of the casting director for, I'm blanking on the name of that movie. It's Tom Hanks. Is it Castaway?
Castaway,
okay.
yeah, all alone with Wilson, the volleyball.
Right. So originally, you know who was cast for that movie? No. Russell Crowe. And then somehow the powers that be decided that Russell Crowe was not a sympathetic enough character, meaning the audience would not be emotionally invested enough in Russell Crowe's survival. And so it got recast with Tom Hanks, because who doesn't want to see Tom Hanks live? Right? Everyone wants to see Tom Hanks win. And I'm wondering if it's that kind of dynamic where they need to be more sympathetic and accessible people just to be able to fulfill the roles that they're already in.
Well, yeah, people have wanted to see behind the scenes of celebrities forever. I mean, paparazzi has been huge because people wanted to see what's their day-to-day life look like. Us Weekly is huge, paparazzi is huge. And now, one really nice thing for celebrities is you can give your fans that access on your own terms with social media, and you become an influencer by walking around your house and talking about what you're doing from a day-to-day perspective. And so you're giving your fans that access, but you're also, in a crazy, weird way, you're actually controlling the message a little bit more.
For sure.
And I think that's been attractive for celebrities to be able to go to that. But I think, frankly, like the dollars are an even more attractive pull, in my opinion.
Well, and it'll be really interesting to see if celebrities start doing their own brand deals.
Right.
Like influencers. Like, that will be the piece of data that suggests that the lines have been completely blurred. Because if the line was about access before, that's already getting meshed. And now, if it becomes about their own earning potential and taking control of that, and it not being in the hands of their agent and the casting directors and everything else, where they get to control their own relevance and their own destiny, that will be the last shoe to drop to suggest that the lines are now completely and fully blurred.
And I think we're starting to see that even with Shawn Johnson, gold medal U.S. Olympian, and she's got her own YouTube channel. And her husband Andrew East, NFL player. I mean, they're doing brand deals on their influencer channels on a regular basis. So it is fascinating. It's a landscape where I see, in terms of the future, be interested to hear your take on, like, will there be this distinction between influencer, comedian, movie star, TV star, or are they all just going to be
they're all just going to be famous. They're all just going to be entertainers. They're all going to be, influencers in their own right. So, well, hey, listen, thanks for tuning in to hear our take on the trends, where culture is going, where our industry is growing. Be sure to follow us on all relevant social platforms that you enjoy.
Consider it.
Consider following us. Thanks again. So long from Detroit. We'll see you next time.